Hey guys, next step. So, this is where we're at right now. We've got the bottom glued onto the ribs, and I've got every one of these joints hot glued. Okay, it makes it really rigid, but it's still pretty lightweight. And again, you really want to make sure that for our electronics section, this section in here that we have tape on, get it nice and glued on all the corners here, and that means going on the outside of every one of those corners and making sure that it's all sealed up from both sides. Okay, that just gives you double the protection. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is glue on the top and then the hatch cover lid. So the easy way to do that is get yourself a nice, I don't know what you all got over there in Saudi Arabia, but Cheerios is like the kids' favorite thing ever. So just a cereal box, stick it up against here, against the back. Put both of these pieces and kind of press them all together, just using this as sort of a stop. And then you want to kind of line up, fill underneath here on the ribs, where the ribs are. See that? Right in there. There's going to be a little bit of a gap all the way around here for the sides. Okay? So we want to have the same sort of gap on both sides. And it's not a big deal, you just want to get it pretty close to lined up. It's going to take a little bit of fiddling, but once you get it all lined up and ready to go, you know what, actually this might be easier upside down. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with fire. So you can see how everything's lined up pretty good. Okay. We've got gaps on both sides that are about the same. Again, not too big of a deal. We're lined up on the back here pretty well. You want your transom to fit nice and good, so you want that to be pretty close. Alright, now we're going to start gluing here. Just glue her down a little bit, a couple spots. Just tacking it down. You might want to get your Madre involved on this, because I think she'd probably be a pretty good gluer. Okay, and you just want to hold that down until it gets solid, when it cools off. I think once you get that once you get it dried up and everything's not going to move on you, go ahead and go inside there and glue as much as you can to the top. It's not too critical to get everything as watertight as you did on the bottom, because the top hopefully isn't going to be submerged as much, hopefully. But I overdo everything, so I put as much glue in there as I can. Just don't fill the crevice, but fill all the corners and the edges with glue so that it's nice and solid and doesn't leak. And also, it's really nice to have it nice and solid, so when you're taping it up, you don't have to worry about destroying it. So the next step, once we get that all glued up and ready to go, we'll do the hatch. I don't even know what you call this, but figure out the hatch thing.